Welcome back to Dead Good Book Reviews. I'm Judith and you're watching another reading vlog here on the channel. We are on every week, Bleeding Rog. We are on reading vlog number 10, double digits, 10 weeks through the year and the first week in March. Very exciting. I love a month that starts on a Monday. I don't know why. It feels right. It feels good and correct and I like it a lot. What do I need to update you on as to my reading over the weekend? If you watched last week's vlog, you'll know that I was very much enjoying the sunshine. That sunshine's very much gone, but we are striving ahead with the week anyway. It's going to be a good time. I didn't do too much reading over the weekend. I thought I was going to pick up Shadow Scent Crown of Smoke. Didn't. That's all I have to say on that one. I have read half of American Hippo. So this is actually two novellas bound together. So I have read, what's the first one called? River of Teeth? Yes. And I'm very excited to pick up the rest of this, Taste of Marrow. I actually did this by audiobook because you know me and novellas on Scribd. I will listen to those audiobooks all day. This is absolutely fantastic. Basically, this is like an alternate history, I suppose. So apparently at one point there was in fact a plan to put hippopotami in America and like breed them for meat to solve a meat crisis. I think that's what I read in the early 20th century. But Sarah Gailey basically takes this idea and says, but what if that was that and then also cowboys? So it's like a cowboy story but with hippos instead of cows. And it's fantastic. Just really well written. I really like the characters. There are obviously a whole bunch of queer characters, which I loved. Continually, Sarah Gailey's writing is just amazing and their world building is fantastic. And just the way they take an idea and roll with it and make it so fun and just... I love it a lot. I love their writing so much. Was River of Teeth their debut? That's so exciting. I'm just going to continue reading everything they write until the end of time. So that's one thing I want to finish this week. My review copy I want to finish this week, I'm holding up my Kindle for no reason, it is All the Murmuring Bones, which is the mermaid one, because I guess maybe there's like a slight water focus there. Maybe I should switch it out. No. Be sensible. And then I also have Flyby Night by Frances Hardinge. This was on my overbooked schedule as what I was reading this week. I have read this reasonably recently, so a part of me was thinking maybe I switched this out for one of the ones I haven't read as recently, but I'm still going to have to read this month, so I might as well get it out of the way earlier on. I think that's my plan anyway. And if I get through all of that, the other thing I want to pick up is Animorphs 18, because I think I need to do one a week. At the moment. That's my vague plan anyway. So yes, those are my reading plans for the week. Let's see if I succeed at them or if I fail terribly. We don't know at this point. What I have done is rearrange my reading room again. I know it's only been a week of, maybe 2 weeks of the previous row round, but essentially I just did what I was planning to do and I turned this up on its end. Oh, there it is. Just stood up. Ignore the brown door things, they're temporary. To keep dust off everything. So my week's looking pretty good, I think. I've got a lot of editing to do. Essentially, the second series of Overbooked is due to start this next week? The week after? I can't remember. But not all of the videos are done for that yet, and I would like to have a good run at them. So I have Friday of this week off and Monday of next week. So I'm hoping I can do some catching up then. A lot of it's filmed, just not a lot of it is edited. The other thing that I don't quite know what to do about is I've not reread the Spellslinger series because I only own 2 of them. I have read all of them before and the Overbooked concept is that I review every single book on my shelf in order, so I don't know whether to try and find time to reread them all enough to give a coherent review because I remember the last time I tried to talk about these books I wasn't very good at it. To go back through all of my old reviews and pull enough out to still film a review of that, but it's a little bit less recent thoughts, I guess, or to save them for a catch-up time and just sort of quietly pretend those 2 aren't on my shelf for the moment. I don't really know what to do about that one. I haven't come up with an idea. And the longer I leave it, the closer I am to the time when that video would have to go up anyway. I don't know. Why did past me think not to put them on the schedule? I don't know. I think a part of me thought I would have unhauled them, but I really liked them. I don't know why that was in my head. Alright, I've been bibbling for almost 6 minutes, so I shall see you in the next time. Hello, happy Tuesday. I come to you with medium amounts of news, I suppose, medium amounts of life updates. Biggest update, I finished a lip balm. I don't think I've ever finished a lip balm before. That felt like big news to me. A whole year in quarantine, that's what I feel like is news. I have just come back from a run, so I'm a little bit wheezy, so excuse me, and just excuse the slightly damp hair. But I have finished American Hippo. I finished Taste of Marrow, that's one. Teeth of More was where I was going with that, but no, Taste of Marrow. This morning I did audiobook both of them, so I'm holding the physical copy, but I did listen to both of them because they're on Scribd, and I absolutely loved them, totally devoured them like a hungry hippo. Hungry hippo. Oh. I think it's a really good story. I really like the characters. I think River of Teeth is much stronger just because the concept is so fresh in that one. The second one has a bit more character stuff and just fractionally less interesting to me than the first one was, but I think together they are a really strong offering, and I can see why they've bound them together and are just selling it as one book. Would really highly recommend checking that out. As I say, I continue to love everything of Sarah Gailey's that I've read. Just everything. So good. So good. Other than that, I haven't started anything else because I haven't had time yet today, but I'm hoping to pick up All the Murmuring Bones, which actually has had a pub date change. I got an email about that yesterday. It's now being published in April. I'm still going to read it this month because scheduling, but that has shifted. And other than that, not much else to report, to be perfectly honest. I am just working through my day. Oh no, I have one other thing to report. I don't know if it's going to go in this vlog or if I'm going to do like a separate sewing vlog, but I have started my next sewing project, which is very exciting. I have all the pattern pieces cut out. I filmed a handy dandy time lapse of that. As I say, might put that in here, might put that in a different vlog. Haven't decided, not sure what to do about that yet. But other than that, reading, working, all of the stuff is happening, and I will see you later. Hey, baby update for a Wednesday. There's not much happening. I haven't done much reading. Bye. No, I'm just kidding. I have read 20% of All the Murmuring Bones, and so far I am torn between I like this and this is a bit wanky. I guess it depends where the plot goes for whether I enjoy it or not. At the moment it's in that stage of there's clearly a mystery, there's clearly something going on here, something's going on with somebody, and it feels like the book's just like, I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, you'll have to wait, you'll have to read on, you'll have to get hooked, and I don't love that in this case. If the mystery is a good payoff, I won't mind, but at the moment I'm still in the like, just tell me what's going on please, thank you very much. I got some book mail today. I got a unsolicited copy of For the Wolf by Hannah Witten, which is from Orbit. This is out in June, 17th of June, there you go. And I think this looks like a little Red Riding Hood, at least inspired, if not retelling. Something about second daughters, going for the wolf. The wolf is also a man, so I'm assuming that she falls in love with the wolf. Interested. We'll probably read in May. But that does mean my TBR is firmly over 50 now, which is so annoying to have finished it in November and by February be back over 50. It just goes to show Christmas. Oh, you fall behind in reading a little bit and Christmas happens and then suddenly you've got a million books on your TBR. It's 50, it's fine. But yeah, I am back in trying to read that down. I'm caught up on videos for a couple of weeks, I think, so it should be fine and there should be a bit more time and space to read. And yeah, I think that's everything for today. I should get back to it. I just blow dried my hair and I look like I was actually electrocuted. It'll do. Hello. Thursday lunchtime. How are we doing? I'm this. I don't have a huge amount of update for you. I have been reading All the Murmuring Bones. I think I'm probably about 70% through, 70 or 80%, and it definitely picked up. I'm still not such a huge fan of it. I think it's just not my kind of story. I will probably do a final thoughts on it in tomorrow's vlog clip or whenever I finish it. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is such a backhanded compliment, but I more mean I was worried it was going to feel really bleak, and at the moment it just feels mostly bleak. And I just don't think I'm going to get a super happy mermaid story anytime soon. I don't think that's where the world is at. But if you like kind of bleak, sort of fairy tale-esque, slightly spooky stories, maybe this one would be for you. And saying that out loud, I'm surprised I don't like this more. And I will do some thinking about what is making me not like it. But yeah, other than that, I haven't done much more. It really feels like a Friday because I'm not working tomorrow, so my brain is panicking that I haven't read enough. But actually, it's Thursday. It's fine. It's all fine. TBR continues to increase because I cannot be contained on NetGalley. Oh, I keep requesting books and I keep getting approved for them. It's not good. It's not good. Judith needs to sort her life out, and to do that, I need to just sort of get organised. But I'm hoping to finish all the Murmuring Bones this afternoon and maybe read a little bit of Flyby Night. Maybe. I think I'm going to save Animorphs for tomorrow properly because I've got some time. And that's the plan. Right. Hello, happy Saturday. I've just been out for a very pleasant walk. It was very lovely. I saw a whole load of dogs, so that's my day started. I mean, yes, it is Saturday. I can't remember if I vlogged on Thursday. I think I did. But I haven't watched any of this week's vlog footage back, and I have a suspicion that it's just a little bit of a mess. But that's always the way it is, and it comes together in the end. Reading updates. I have finished. Let's just talk about what I've done and then we'll reflect. I finished Flyby Night. I think this is my least favourite Frances Harding I own, just because it gets into a little bit of a muddle towards the end. And I think maybe I need to read the sequel before I potentially unhaul it, because I have read it 3 times now. And I don't know if I'm like dying to read it again. But I'm holding off judgment. I think I will try and obtain a copy of the sequel, maybe on Kindle, and we'll see how we go. I like it well enough, I don't always get it, and that's frustrating, but that's that one out of the way for this month. So I think that was one of the things that was making me be a bit slumpy, is I just didn't want to pick that one up. I'd love to say I finished all the other stuff I planned to read this week, but I really didn't, and instead I just listened to the audiobook for Binti. This is the first of 3 parts that kind of, there is a bind up of them, and in hindsight I probably should have got the bind up because now I want to read the next one. Very good audiobook. I liked the audiobook a lot for Remote Control, so I knew I was going to like this one too, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really interesting story. I love all the way that maths plays into it. I love the world building of it. I think is really cool. I love anything that involves a lot of different cultures meeting in space. That's always my jam. Interesting, a lot of jellyfish in space of late. Just of note. So yes, very much enjoyed that. We'll probably read the other 2 on audiobook as well. And that is a book off my TBR, even if it's not off my March TBR. So I'm still counting that as a win. In terms of Animorphs and Shadow Sent 2, haven't got to them at all. I haven't even thought about them really. Yesterday we did a bunch of adulting on our day off, which was very good of us. And then I played a lot of Assassin's Creed, which was less good of me. I am here reflecting that something needs to change. Something's got to give, as they say. I've just not been in my reading, I don't know, reading phase. I've not been in the mood for it for a while, and I don't know why, and I've been reflecting on why, and I think I've just had a lot of things that were distractions, so I've removed some of them from my life. Goodbye the Facebook app. I'm not going to be clicking on you anymore. And while a theme of my vlogs lately have been I didn't read, I played Assassin's Creed, I am still enjoying that, so I'm going to keep playing that. So I will give up social media before I give up that video game. Because that's also a story and it's enjoyable and I'm enjoying it. So to anyone who says I should give that up. I was trying to do, I will read 50 pages a day. I'm going to try and switch that up to read 100 a day and try and do 50 in the morning and 50 at night, because I think that will just be a bit of a boost, and I think it will make me feel more like I'm making progress, whereas at the moment I feel a little bit stagnant in everything I'm reading. And the other thing that I'm planning on doing is ditching my TBR somewhat. There's still some stuff I really want to read, but I think I need to, and I've talked about this before, but I need to cool my boots on overbooked rereading, and I think I'm going to switch it. So instead of reading 2 books for overbooked every week, which is what the schedule is at the moment, I'm going to switch it to every month I read a month's worth of overbooked. So some months that will be more, because if there's a series or a trilogy or something, I'll need to read 3 books and then potentially 3 other books, but I can balance that out. And I don't think I have too many big series left that I would struggle to read within a month. But just this month, there's so much Frances Harding, and I like her books, but I don't know if I want to binge read them. So that's where I'm at the moment. I don't know when I'm going to implement that. I might implement that from March. But either way, I'm just going to free myself up to read what I want to read, because the structure is sometimes very helpful and sometimes structure is not. And honestly, now that I've said that, I will probably end up reading it just from my TBR, but knowing I don't have to is a powerful tool. I am going to go and make a big cup of coffee and cuddle up under a whole bunch of blankets and edit this vlog. How exciting. What else have you been up to this week? What have you been reading? What have you been enjoying? What has life been like for you? Let me know in the comments below while you're down there commenting. You can also subscribe. It makes me feel loved and appreciated. Follow me on all my social media. It's all linked below. That's all from me, and I will see you in the next one. There's gonna be some bloopers now. Come on, let's get back in business. And that feels like Shush.